Hi Swadesh, can you hear me? Swadesh, can you hear me?
Yes, Pooja. Hi.
We'll start at 2, right?
Yes, I will play the video and do the
Poll also, na?
polls and everything, and then I introduce you the way we usually
Hi
do.
Swadesh, can you hear me? देखो मेरी ही आवाज आ रही है वापस.
नहीं आएगी अब.
Just a second, ना.
अब नहीं आएगी. अब नहीं आएगी.
मैं वीडियो हटा देती हूँ फिर मेरे स्लाइड से.
हाँ, आप वीडियो हटा दो. मैं वीडियो जैसे उस दिन किया था वैसे ही करेंगे.
के और मैं शेयर कर रही हूँ मेरा स्क्रीन. लेट मी नो इफ इट इज
हाँ, आप शेयर कर दो.
दिख रहा है.
हाँ.
ये फुल स्क्रीन मोड पे.
हाँ, फुल स्क्रीन पे.
ओके, आप मुझे बता देना, देन आई स्टार्ट.
शो शो पूजा.
पहले तो उस दिन आपको गाड़ी से उतारने के लिए सॉरी. ये मेरा अनुभव रहा है कि
स्वदेश, आपका फोन म्यूट करो, आवाज आ रही है.
चाहिए.
Very good afternoon, everyone, and very warm welcome to Tata Do Big Forum on cloud. We are discussing today cloud communication, stay ahead in cloud communication. You all are logged in on a listen-only mode for 1 hour long webinar. It will be 50 minutes of presentation followed by 10 minutes of question answer. In case you have any query and any question, you can put it in the chat box or in the Q&A section visible on the right side of your screen. Going forward, we would like to take some opinion on of yours on some of our polls. The polls will be live on your screen again on the right side of your screen in the section poll. So first poll, which is live on your screen, is what are the top 3 trends that are currently impacting your industry? Digital transformation, COVID disruption, availability of finance, cloud community, or business growth / expansion. Request you all to please put your valuable opinion. It will be helping us to know you and your company better. You have 10 more seconds. Next poll, which is live on your screen under the section poll, again is live on the screen now. What are the top 3 area of investment for your company? Hire to meet demand, upgrading technology, upgrading infrastructure, operation, or marketing and sales. The last poll, which is live on your screen, is which of the following Tata Tele service offering are you aware of? Collaboration solution, IoT solution, connectivity solution, cloud and SaaS, or security solution. Request you to please participate. You have 10 more seconds. Thank you very much. Going forward, we have Pooja Ghate, Senior Manager Marketing, who will be taking the session forward. Pooja, over to you.
Thank you so much, Swadesh. A very good afternoon once again to all the audiences, whoever has joined today for this session on Stay Ahead with Cloud Communication Solution. This webinar series is a part of Do Big Digital Forum, an initiative brought to you by Tata Tele Business Services, whose objective is to share, discuss, learn, and understand industry best practices that are currently impacting the SMEs and identify the solutions which will empower the SMEs to stay ahead in the game and also enable them in their digital transformation journey. So for today's session, we will be focusing on cloud communication solutions, technology, and how these technology can actually help and empower the businesses who are facing certain challenges and understand from the best practices how can we overcome those challenges. Let's begin this insightful session. I hope you all enjoy this session the way we've enjoyed it in bringing it up for you. As Swadesh mentioned, the session will be for 40-45 minutes. After that, we will have a live Q&A. So whenever at any given point of time, if you have any questions, please feel free to post it in the Q&A box, which is there on your screens. So without any further ado, let's get started. All right. Firstly, before I start with the session, I hope all of you and all your near and dear ones are doing well. And I hope you stay well and do take care of yourselves. And on that note, let me start with this quote. In the long history of humankind, those who learn to collaborate and improvise most effectively have prevailed. What does this quote mean and why have I put it up right at the beginning? As we all know that human being is a social animal and it is not just confined or limited to our personal relations, but at the same time, community, society, businesses, and corporations at large. those businesses, corporations who've learned to collaborate effectively, not just with their internal stakeholders, but with their external stakeholders, with their competition, with the community, have really grown far and gone far. And that's how we are going to learn like what exactly are the tools and technologies that are required to collaborate. What is it that SMEs should focus on in this particular session? So the agenda for today is we will understand what is the technology landscape, focusing predominantly on the SME landscape, followed by what are the challenges that are faced by SMEs and how can we identify those challenges and try to curb those challenges. And last but not the least, Q&A session. The only thing that is constant is change and disruption. And I think we all are in this together. We are seeing the change and the disruption because of which the change is happening since the last 2.5 years. And yes, it is not just because of COVID that our lives are affected, but everything which is related to pre and post this particular era. And technology and businesses have also gone through a lot of turmoil and turbulence because of the pandemic. So let us just understand what are the business challenges due to COVID-19 pandemic. First being employee tracking. Imagine in a normal situation or a normal scenario also, it was a little bit of challenge to identify and monitor ways to look at the productivity of the employees. Now in the given situation when employees are working from home, it becomes all the more difficult to track and understand if they're following the work from home protocol or no. So the first and most important challenge becomes the employee tracking. Second, collaboration. As we started this session only with a quote on collaboration, it is of utmost importance that we collaborate in today's world. And now, because of this limitation, it's becoming very difficult to collaborate because we are distant and away from our team members, and face-to-face communication is also limited to quite a lot of extent. Third thing, I'll club it into one, which is accessibility. There have been a lot of challenge in accessing the servers and application, accessing the office infrastructure, and accessing the PPX, which is the voice infrastructure. Because if you were in a normal pre-COVID era, used to go to the office, used to be in a secure environment of the office servers and security and voice infrastructure and physical infrastructure. But now, because we are remotely working in a hybrid atmosphere and a culture, this is an important challenge to address, which is how can we function? How can we keep the businesses going on even when we are working remotely? And that's how these technology trends become of paramount importance and significance, because this will actually help us understand how can we keep our businesses moving on and functioning well even in uncertain times. And also for the SMEs, if we want to stay ahead and if we want to stay agile, by agile I want to focus a lot on agile, because agile is the key term and theme over here. If we want to just swiftly change from plan A to plan B because the situation is not going for plan A, which is, you've planned certain things for your organization, but boom, there is a change and, you just cannot go with plan A and you want to move to plan B. But then at that time, you need to be supremely agile and swift and flexible enough to move towards plan B. But how can you move? Only and only if you have these three things in place, which is your BCP, your cloud, and security. Let's touch upon these one by one. BCP, business continuity planning, is not just, and it's not just but more than keeping the businesses up and running. It is keeping the businesses up and running, yes, but in the most effective and efficient way, so that there is zero downtime and at the same time there is great productivity at the end of the day. Second, cloud. Because of the lack of office infrastructure and you cannot access so many things and everything is moving so much remotely and hybridly, cloud becomes of utmost importance. Reason one. Reason two, because of the scalability, flexibility, and at the same time cost. It is again very secure mode of moving things up in the digital transformation. So cloud becomes of very much importance in the technology trends which are enabling SMEs. Third, security. Of course, as we all know, when we are into the office premises or in the office location, security is really very much taken care of because we are in that controlled and protected environment. But imagine when you're working from home, and we want to continue working from home and ensure that there is enough and more connectivity. That time security is a question mark. And if you have your BCP and cloud in place and all the systems and technology in place, but if you don't have the right tools and technologies for security, then imagine what can go wrong. And to avoid that situation, security is something which is of utmost importance to keep the businesses up, running, functional, and smooth. Let us understand what exactly is happening to SMEs. I mean, we did see that, technology and the challenges which SMEs are facing because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We also saw what can the SMEs focus on to keep it up and running, which is, focusing on BCP, focusing on cloud and security. But what exactly is happening to the SMEs? I mean, how are we doing? How are the SMEs doing vis-a-vis the industry rates or the industry situation? Digital adoption by Indian SMEs is really being positive from the past 1.5 to 2 years. And we can see it from the statistics that are shown on the screen. 43% of the Indian SMEs use various internet platforms to sell and promote themselves, because now, right from pins to, for that matter, plane, booking a ticket, and, also ordering anything, right, from B2B or B2C, everything is available on the internet. And that's what even SMEs are doing. There has been a shift, a very conscious decision of moving everything online. That is the first step in the digital transformation. And 43% of the SMEs are using various internet platforms. You see every day. Who would imagine that there would be phone banking, there would be payment, and there would be so much more on the internet? But yes, everything is moving online. 75% in SMBs believe that digital adoption is the key to their success. Of course, it is the key to our successes, because of the sheer strength of the internet platforms, or the capacity and the capabilities that they can function with at a scale. That's why it is the key to the digital key to the success in the digital transformation journey. 73% of the Indian SMBs are confident of bouncing back post COVID. Because of all these things that, we saw such good numbers on the previous slide, which is this slide, that, smart digital adoption, which is the key to unlock the full potential for SMEs and SMBs. And we saw on an average 60-65% plus of the SMEs are all geared up to take the next step. So, but for the remaining ones, or for the ones who are already doing that, but maybe you just need to think, pause, and reflect if you're doing and going in the right direction. What are the guidelines that we should be focusing on, so that it is very simple for us to take that journey ahead in maybe in our digital transformation, or maybe in our collaboration, continuity, business continuity? What is it? What is the blueprint or the guideline for the SMEs? And this slide becomes of most importance, because, you can just have a pre, during, post. Pre, this slide, you are seeing all the challenges, pain points which are faced by the SMEs. What are the other peers doing, or the industry is doing? During is this particular guideline. It will help you actually do, plan, and achieve your target. And post this, you'll understand how the solutions can solve all the challenges with this particular blueprint, with this particular guideline, and then you can see the results for yourself. So let's just spend a lot of time here, because it is of utmost importance. First is rent it, do not own it. Because technology is not a real estate which is going to appreciate, especially in Mumbai. We see that the rates are skyrocketing of the real estate. But in technology, irrespective you are in Mumbai or in any other city, technology is technology. It is going to upgrade day in, day out. Classic example is of our cell phones. We have Android, or we have Apple phones, or Apple smartphones, or operating system as Apple for that matter. But every time we get an upgrade, and we do upgrade, and there are some bugs which are sorted out, there are some new feature functionality which we use. Similarly, in our businesses as well, for connectivity, collaboration, and cloud, the technology will keep on increasing with 5G coming in. There's a lot of noise about 5G which is happening, and then we have to be IPv6 ready. And at that time, we just cannot afford to buy something of today, because we know it's going to change and turn over in the next few months or a year. That's why the wise decision would be to rent it from a solution provider on an annual basis or a monthly basis, whatever works for our organization, because technology is not a real estate. Obsolescence is a huge, huge burden which we do not want to take on our backs. Second, Select fit for purpose versus scale down version. This literally means whatever is your budget, your capacity, your requirements, needs, and challenges, you should be looking for a solution provider who is able to fit for that particular purpose and have the tick in the boxes of all those elements that you've noted or listed down, which means SMEs, they have a very simple and unique needs, and we don't need anything which has got supremely different augmented features, core features, so on and so forth. We need some features which are very important for us and one to good to have, but we don't want everything for which we need to pay a huge sum. Similarly, for technology also, you should look for a technology provider who is giving you fit for purpose versus scale down version, because then you can save a lot of cost and bandwidth as well. Third, bill as you grow and pay as you use. This literally means you should just pay for whatever you're using, which is in sync with the previous point, which is fit for purpose. You should not pay for a sum plus amount, like, fixed deposit plus this plus that. No, you should just pay for the technology that you're using. For example, if you're just using PRI line or ILL line, or for example, if you're using a bundled service of maybe a conferencing solution or a security, just pay for that much. Don't pay for the entire stuff. Look for integrated solution versus silos of products. In general, the cost of integration is 10 times cost of product, which means you should always look for integrated solutions versus scale down versus silos of product, which means, for example, one particular entity or an organization or a solution provider would be expert in that particular thing, and another word would be expert. But there are solution providers like us who are, one-stop shop solution provider who's been in the industry and been there, done that, understand the businesses of an SME. We know what it takes, for an SME to keep it up and running, and all at the same time keep on evolving, because that is the need. That's why you should look for a solution provider who's an integrated solution provider. Last but not the least, ensure that there is enough and more IT support, because IT talent is expensive. We should always ensure that the solution provider has the right amount of IT talent. And that's why 5 best industry practices become so much of importance to decide the next step of action. And on that note, I'll take a pause and keep this slide for our further discussion. It isn't disruption if you're ready for it. Disruption is coming. We all know there is disruption happening day in, day out. But the difference between panic and poise is preparation, which means if you are prepared, that's what I will tie it up to the agility part. If you're agile and if you're ready with the right set of solution providers, right set of technology, then disruption is not a worry for you. You will not get panicked because you're already poised in your preparation. And by going digital, you give your organization the ability and agility to turn disruption into an opportunity. Because if you're poised, you have the right set of tools and technology, you have the right set of blueprint of industry best practices, you then give an organization the ability to be prepared and geared up for the disruption and turn the disruption into an opportunity. So on that note, what can we do and how can we actually turn this disruption into an opportunity? How can we ensure that the technology trends are there in the organization and we are agile? How can we ensure that we adopt the 5 best practices that we have laid down for the industry colleagues? So do big with smart solution, but what does this really mean to you? This means that TTPS's suite of solution, which is your connectivity, security, collaboration, cloud SaaS, marketing, and IoT. Tata Tele Business Services is a one-stop shop solution provider for all your connectivity, security, collaboration, cloud, marketing, and IoT. But for today, we will be focusing on the collaboration and cloud part because that is the theme and focus for our discussion. So let's start with the toll-free services, which falls under the communication aspect, wherein a lot of audience members are from maybe a service sector, IT sector, when we have a toll-free number or a service center, wherein we want to connect with our customers. Okay. So toll-free services is something which we don't need to talk more about. We all know, we've also used it in our day-to-day lives. But what is so special about Tata Tele Business Services is toll-free number. So we offer 2 things. One is which is call, which is free, 1800 number series. Second, call, which is a local 1860 number series. All right. And what are the feature functionality of our service? toll-free services. Firstly, we have pan-India coverage. We are connected very widely across. So we have a pan-India coverage. So if you're working in Mumbai, I mean, if you have an office in Mumbai and your setup is spread across, it is covered. Your customers can just call in from any part of the geography. Second, we provide 24/7 monitoring by our network operating center. So you have timely support. Third, our state-of-the-art digital network allows quick and easy rerouting through emergencies. So nowhere you will have to face the downtime, or the customers will hear a busy signal, because everything will be up and running. So these are why our toll-free services are so unique and important for the SMEs. Now, looking at what all are we covering in the toll-free services. First is geography-based routing, which is typically gives real-time customized call treatment. It will just do a geography-based routing based on where the caller is calling from. Time-based routing, it manages time and day distribution accurately. Proportional call distribution balances call load at various locations so that none of the team members is loaded and another one is free. So then it just proportionally manages the call distribution. Condition-based routing. Caller never hears a busy signal. A caller will never hear a busy signal. As I said, it will be proportionally routed. And pin-based routing. So it screens all incoming calls, optimizes call center and manpower cost, gives customized treatment to each customer. And that's why our toll-free services becomes of so much importance for the SMEs. That was on the toll-free services. Now let's move on to the another solution, which is communication, which also falls in the communication part. Imagine you are a service sector or a back office or a KPO, wherein you want to have a call center set up quickly without any hassles. So just imagine, how do we set up a distributed call center quickly? Also ensuring, how do we mask calls of employees calling clients from their personal numbers? When the face-to-face interactions have reduced, how do we connect better with the clients? And that's how a hosted IVR comes into picture, because you are working from anywhere, remote location, hybrid location, across. You want to ensure that there is better ROI than on-site. You want to ensure that you get a good return on your investments. Thirdly, imagine you want to just up your game by increasing the size of your call center, or maybe reducing the size based on the project, whichever works for us. So you want to easily scale up and down. And last but not the least, you want to be very smart enough to make an organization from just mere organization to a smart organization by having reports and compliance coming into us timely basis, wherein we understand the next move of how are we going to plan, what is going to be on the cards, and how is it that we are going to help the organization by understanding and planning proactively. And that's how a hosted interactive voice response, which is a cloud-based application, allows businesses to efficiently connect with its customers. A hosted IVR is the solution to all that we've discussed just now in terms of the communication or a call center issue, wherein you want to set it up quickly without any hassle and having it securely. So hosted IVR, or an interactive voice response, is a cloud-based voice application that allows businesses to efficiently connect with its customer. So if you have a sales department, support, or billing, you can just set it up quickly on the cloud on a 24/7 basis. But how can you really do that? And what can this particular solution do for you? So as I said, you can set up a distributed call center with hosted IVR and let agents work from home. Yes, you can let your agents work from home. It gives a seamless customer connect. It's got a dynamic call routing, call hunting, and analytics, which will track your team's performance, understand that there is seamless connectivity, the businesses will not stop, and there is a dynamic call routing happening. So that's what a hosted IVR does. After every solution piece, or most of it, we've also added a relevant use case wherein you will understand that your peers, whether or not from the same industry, how have they used this particular solution and got the benefits for themselves. So an engineering company had a problem statement wherein they wanted to switch from their desk-based to cloud-based IVR to help their employees with IT issues in the new work from home scenario. When they came to Tata Tele Business Services to seek a solution to understand what best can be done, we discovered the system to provide a support on a 24/5 basis with 2 shift timings, 8 to 8 and 8 to 8, Monday to Friday. The design was provided in such a way that the customer had 2 separate call hunting groups. So a morning shift call is routed in the same group members, and likewise for the evening. Also, last but not the least, we deployed it super fast. So fast deployment of IVR to meet customers' deadlines so that no work is stopped, and at the same time, they are able to get the results quickly with this new hosted IVR from PTBS. And the benefits were enormous, and top 3 are listed for your perusal. First is business continuity during lockdown. They were able to have the BCP going on even during the lockdown when their agents were working from home. Second, they got a better customer satisfaction rate, which is ESAT. Third, efficient and cost-effective solution, which is very important. The costs were also optimized and they got a very efficient solution. That was on the communication part. Now let's move to the security aspect. As I said, what is the need for security solution? A cyber security is needed when we are browsing our internet. Just imagine we are just browsing our internet. We are going and reading some articles, visiting some websites, cookies are getting, planted and so on and so forth. And that is one area where, it has to be supremely secure. Your system has to be secure. Second, protecting company server, because company server is of utmost importance. It's an intangible asset for the company. You need to protect that server. Otherwise, the entire feature functionality of an organization will just go and cripple down. Thirdly, while checking emails, we've also experienced this in our personal capacity that, our emails getting hacked, our social media accounts getting hacked. So while checking emails, it is very important that, you are protected, and if there is any spam or junk, it is notified well to you in advance. Last but not the least, all of this is very, very important and becomes all the more important in a work from home scenario. Rise in cyber attacks since COVID-19 outbreak. We've seen a lot of cyber attacks happening post the COVID-19 pandemic because of, obviously, we were not geared up so much at the beginning. I'm talking about the SMEs. We did not know which right tools and technology should we adopt and have it installed. And that's why we could see so many cyber attacks happening. There are a few screenshots for your reference that I had placed on the screen. But let us understand and pause and look at what assets at an organization needs security. So we have different assets at an organization, which is your routers, your servers and applications like your mailboxes, cloud, your endpoints like your devices, which is your laptops, your desktops, your cell phone, etc. All of these need security, and we provide hardware and software security to different aspects, which we will learn from this slide, wherein we understand the components of the security offering. Products and services. We've broken down the security elements into products and services, which is in products, we have data security, endpoint security, identity and access management, and network security. In services, we have consulting, implementation, testing, operations, and incident response. But what can actually go wrong in the new ways of working? First is accidental device misuse. Our staff, they are right now using multiple devices such as, laptops, tablets, smartphones to connect from home. And it might happen that, devices may be left unlocked and could be accidentally misused by other members other than the employees. Second, user behavior. Users are blending work tasks with web browsing, social media time, and personal email. Removable media devices may be attached to work, laptops, and personal devices also being used to complete the work. And at that time, also there can be a high risk of our systems getting hacked, and cybersecurity becomes of importance and need over there rather than importance. Thirdly, always connected. Employees often using unsecured or shared Wi-Fi networks. Devices are left connected to business networks as the boundary between office hours and recreational time is increasingly fluid. That's why when we are exposing ourselves to public Wi-Fi or shared Wi-Fi or networks, that's again where, we need to ensure that the recreational time is, during the recreational time also, when you're mixing work and things, that your systems are secure. But what exactly is the solution for this? The solution is security technology that you need to have in your hardwares and your software so that you are up and running. So first, let's look at the components of the solution part. Software application. Software application has software application and multiple operating support, operating services support. Second is analytics. You get security reports, user group reports, notification and alerts, the analytics. Administrative portal, policy management, exception management, single view of health status of all the device to understand how are the health of the devices doing when we are using the security solutions, and cloud hosting, real-time discovery and patch management. These are the components of the solution. Now let's look at the components or the features of the product. First, let's understand what the devices that are supported. Windows PC, desktop, laptop, and servers. This is covering the desktop aspect, laptop aspect, and the servers. Everything is covered in that front. Second, MacBooks and Apple smartphones. MacBooks and Apple smartphones, or iPads, or MacBooks, which is your laptops, everything is covered. Third, Android smartphone. So any smartphone which has an Android is also getting covered. So basically all kind of devices are supported by our security solution. What are the features? So we've listed down all the features, but to name a few would be antivirus, firewall, anti-ransomware, spyware, web reputation, filtering, web protection, unauthorized prevention, so change prevention service, so on and so forth, which are of so critical elements, all are covered by the security product feature elements of our solution. Let's look at a case study. So a company who's a BPO and provides services and solutions with expertise across domains, they were focusing on low cost processing and high quality output. They are the back end of food delivery company. They were looking for a secure solution when their employees were working, and they wanted that the data of the employees is protected in the remote working scenario. And that's when we gave them endpoint security, firewall, and multi-factor authentication solution, because of which they were able to have a zero trust approach to ensure remote BPO workers were protected against increased cyber attack during the crisis. Because as we saw, attacks can happen at any given point of time from anywhere on any devices. So we provided endpoint security, firewall, and multi-factor authentication in security solutions so that they could just keep it up and running. Moving on to the cloud aspect, let's say hello to SmartFlow. SmartFlow is a smart, multimodal, multifunctional, flexible, scalable, secure, and reliable suite of cloud-based communication solutions. It's a cloud telephony. It is a sophisticated smart flow of digital connectivity, business intelligence, and productivity. But why really smart flow? As we all are discussing today, which is remote working, connectivity during that time, how do we collaborate? How do we ensure that the businesses are up and running? And on that note only, we want to, just be open about working from anytime, anywhere. And the communication also needs to flow that way, because it allows business minds to go further from their cubicle, frees employees from their desk, and allows employees to communicate on the go. Second, reduce operational and capital cost. We don't want to invest heavily or a large extent in bulky infrastructure and load a lot of storage. Only cloud and phone is more than enough right now. Also, we want to work across devices from landlines to smartphones, and no infrastructure maintenance cost needs to be taken care of. Third, enterprise-grade security and reliability. RESTful API features, click-to-call and number masking, business continuity with 99.5% uptime, and customizable admin portal and access rights. Get business intelligence. We want to understand how are we doing. That's what I meant by being a smart organization, because it gives us reports, analytics to track performances. On-demand scalability, ultra flexible, enables you to adapt quickly to the requirements as it may arise, and also working efficiently in changing business conditions. Enhance customer experience, provide seamless and frictionless customer experience. AI manages call routing with smart IVR menus. with plug and play API integrations with multiple applications. So that's what is SmartFlow all about. I mean, why it came into the picture. And what are the feature functionalities that SmartFlow covers? It has inbound solutions, click to call solutions, missed call solutions, and OBD solutions. Let's understand a case study wherein this mid-sized BPO was actually benefited because of the SmartFlow product. So a mid-sized BPO with 500 agents working across multiple processes like customer service, lead management, vendor onboarding, and document verification. They wanted to scale up the business outcome across multiple lead generation campaigns and customer service processes. They also wanted to ensure security of customer data while agents work from home. So how can SmartFlow actually solve their challenges? A hosted contact center offers complete call center operations management with features like blended queue management, sticky agents, call barging, sentiment analysis, and detailed analytics and reporting. AI manages call routing with smart IVR menus. Customer privacy is ensured by number masking. So that's what a smart flow solution did, wherein they were able to ensure security of the customer's data while agents were working from home, and at the same time scale up the business outcome across multiple lead gen campaigns. Coming to the collaboration tool, I hope so far we all are together in terms of how are we learning about the cloud communication and collaboration technology, which will empower us in our digital transformation journey and help us stay ahead with these solutions. So the last solution for a last discussion point for today was on the collaboration solution, which is Zoom. I think all of us have heard about Zoom and used it also for our personal purposes like our virtual birthday parties or meets or meetings with our friends, so on and so forth. But Zoom is also extensively used for businesses, and it is a great tool with amazing UI features. But why TTBS and Zoom? As we all know, some partnerships are game changing, and one such partnership is Tata Tele Business Services and Zoom. So Tata Tele Business Services and Zoom have come together to help the SMEs, because TTBS has got a strong foothold in the SME space, and Zoom has a very nice UI for collaboration purposes. So as a leading provider of digital solutions, Tata Tele Business Services has a deep understanding of customer needs in the SME and enterprise segments, and our partnership with Zoom will provide businesses with highly unified communication solutions, enabling them to collaborate effectively and forge more meaningful relationships with their ecosystem. With these solution, businesses can put all of their communication concerns to rest and gain access to the best of both worlds, including trusted service, user-friendly interface, and robust security. So Tata Tele Business Services and Zoom together is giving you one-stop shop solution, all the needs of SMEs, trusted service, great UI, and everything at a secured pace. So what all is covered in Zoom Solution Suite? One is Zoom Meeting and another one is Zoom Webinar. Zoom Meeting is simplified video conferencing across all your devices, wherein you can have a meeting for both end users as well as IT staff. It have a frictionless video communication experience wherein you can just set up meetings quickly. Whereas a Zoom webinar engages your audience with flawless technology, wherein you can host online events up to 100 interactive video participants and 1000 plus attendees. Automatically record events for use and publish, broadcast your event on social media, with marketing automation to simplify workflows with unlimited audio for VoIP and global dial-in for 120 plus countries. So you can just dial in or internet calling anywhere and just connect to the Zoom webinars. And as I said, harping again on this particular slide, re-emphasizing and enforcing this particular message of why TTBS and Zoom have clubbed together and joined hands. What are the advantages for you? One-stop shop for SMEs. TTBS range of services and solution offering empower SMEs and helps them accelerate their digital transformation journey. Robust security, protect all your meeting with multiple layers of security, password protection, role-based security, and waiting rooms for can be leveraged for more secure meeting. Trusted service, managed service and reporting by TTBS with comprehensive SLA. User-friendly interface, simple, easy to use products and tools for seamless collaboration across office and home working spaces. So these are some of the advantages of Zoom and TTBS which have come together. Features, explore infinite business opportunity with new age unified communication solutions. We will not get into the details of all of this. I will just read out the headers of what are the features of Zoom meetings and webinars. First, you can set up marathon meeting sessions, widespread authentication tools. Apart from supporting SML and other password-based authentication methods, Zoom also supports two-factor authentication, identity management, device control, business intelligence. You can report and notes and everything at fingertips. Superior meeting experience, as I said, high quality video experiences. Cloud-based recording. You don't have to worry about how and where to record and storage issues. Everything is recorded on the cloud. Privacy. Zoom was designed from the ground up to support user privacy and incorporates policies and control to protect your information with the care it deserves. Live transcription. Enable seamless cross-cultural interaction by using our in-meeting transcriptions feature. So, for example, if somebody's first language is something else and not English, which happens also internationally, people speak in French, but maybe all of them might not know. So you have live transcriptions for the same. Same is the case for English or any other native language that we work and use for. Unlimited meeting, advanced data protection, and security. So these are some of the features of Zoom. Let us understand how a business has used Zoom and got benefits that it deserved. An IT company who develops high quality software solutions for end-to-end toll management. Its core services include the design, deployment, integration, and maintenance of electric toll collection. The challenge was managing distributed workforce while minimizing the complexities of meeting room to provide secure experience to its users through a handy conferencing service. That's when TTBS came to the picture. TTBS offered Zoom as a solution to provide the customer with a cloud video conferencing solution that could address their requirements and was simple to use on any device. TTBS conferred Zoom in their teams for their teams. With this feature, they got the below mentioned benefits: collaborative meetings, simplified management and usability, superior voice quality, assured privacy in communication, instant access from any device, ease of scalability, better business intelligence, cost savings. So these are some of the benefits which have got because of the Zoom solution. So that was about a collaboration part. And as I said, that Zoom is not just for our personal purposes of meet, but for day-to-day meetings and events and webinars, it's of great importance. So with that, we come to the last part of how can we work together and why should we work together to do big, to empower SMEs in their digital transformation journey. Because it lies in our strength. We have 60,000 plus connected buildings with 160,000 plus field visits every month. 125,000 kilometers of optical fiber, which makes us great in connectivity solution species. And although we spoke about only collaboration, cloud, and communication, we do have connectivity solutions which we saw, and we would be happy to discuss if you have any requirement or issues or challenge that we want to address. We are 1,000 plus strong enterprise team, 40,000 plus business customers, and we are growing and we want to grow and we want to be a big, huge family. So that we empower each other and learn and grow. 1,400 plus partners, channel team members of almost 1,500 plus members, and we are present in 60 plus. As I was saying, geography-wide presence, network, pan-India coverage. This is what I was talking about. So those are some of our strengths. But what is in store for you that you would work with TTBS and make an organization from an organization to a smart organization? How can you stay ahead with our cloud and collaboration and communication solution? Innovative products which are ahead of its time. Example, IPv6 compatible solutions so that you don't have to worry about the future. Second, best reach. We have great connectivity, great team, huge presence. So best reach, bundle services. Provide solution as a complete offering. Example, bundled with CPE license and security. Ease of handling are for our SMEs. Best SLA. Overall level for all data product has 99.5% and TTBS ensures same is maintained for connectivity products. Transparency. It gives you transparency because, as you know, Tata is for trust and transparency. You can have a self-care portal to access your devices and understand how are you doing vis-a-vis your other performance. So these are some of the key benefits of working with Tata Tele Business Services. With that, I come to the end of this presentation. I hope you have got great insights and learnings. And as I was mentioning in the beginning, this is the time for our Q&A. So we have almost 10 minutes for a live Q&A. So Swadesh, over to you to understand if we have any questions right now.
Thank you, Pooja. It was very informative and very well insight on the product line and the overall the products that what we cover. Right now, we don't have any question. Meanwhile, we should go ahead with the feedback and the opinion and request you all participant. Please, you have time and Pooja is over here. You can just put the question if you have any and we can answer that. So
also, if you don't have any question right now, you can just take a note of all the credentials that we've mentioned. You can stay connected, write to us and just speak to us and we will be happy to solve your questions there as well.
Okay, going forward, we have feedback and a whole question. It's on the right hand side of your screen. After going through the presentation and the product line that what Pooja has shown, this is the question that what is on your screen right now. Which of our product or solution will you be interested in? Cybersecurity solution, IoT solution, voice connectivity for remote access, dedicated internet bandwidth, or Zoom? You have 10 more seconds. Please request you all to please participate. Thank you very much. Going forward, your feedbacks are always welcome and very important to us. So there are 4 feedback which are live on your screen. Can you just rate us on overall experience of this webinar? Excellent, good, average, poor. The next is, can you rate us on the product insight? Third one is, please rate us on the speaker insight. Request you all to please participate. Your feedback is very valuable to us. And the last, can you just rate us on the experience on the platform experience? How this platform is, what's your experience attending this webinar? Thank you very much. Pooja, there is one question which someone has asked is about how many login or how many people can go max on while using SmartFlow?
While using SmartFlow, how many can go?
Yeah, how many can use it? Like the seat it is on the login or how
Sure. So firstly, thank you so much for that question. As I said that, SmartFlow is a solution wherein you can just be flexible in terms of going up and down. So there is no really a cap there, but we would be really very happy to take you through the demo. So Swadesh, if you can just send me the details and we will surely connect with the subject matter expert and schedule a demo so that they can see it in action and get all the doubts cleared and see the solution in person.
Okay, thank you, Pooja.
Thanks.
Thank you. I will. Yeah. So we don't have any further question. So we take an end, and thank you once again, Pooja, for such a lovely session. And thank you all the participant for being on time and attending the session. You have already noted our LinkedIn and the WhatsApp number. If you have any question or anything, you can reach out on dubic@tatatele.co.in or on our WhatsApp number 80900011515, and we will happy to answer it. Thank you, Pooja, once again, and
You,
thank you all the participants. Please
thank you,
take
participants.
care of.
Thank you,
Uh,
Swadesh, for being such a nice host. Thank you, everyone, and take care.
Thank you. We are ending the webinar here.
Thank you.